Hey friends, welcome to Axial GT. First, I do have an announcement before we get started. My Discord server is finally up, a place we can talk games and PC tech, and share our passions. The link is in the description below for those who are interested. And if you enjoyed the content, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell to be notified of when I upload. With that out of the way, let's get to the good stuff. Today we're going through my review of the Asus TUF Gaming laptop, the FA506IV edition. And yeah, I know I'm a little late to the game, but if you only knew what I went through to get this laptop. I actually ordered it on March 30th, with an original ship date of mid-April, and with countless delays from the company that I ordered it from, I eventually had to go and get a refund for my purchase, and just go through Amazon. And as much as I like to throw some shade at the company, I won't because it's not really their fault. This is a very popular model, and Asus was not able to meet the demand. But I will say that this experience does bring up an issue that has irritated most of us. Why is it when you order something, the money gets removed from your bank account almost instantly, but when you go to get a refund, it takes 7 to 10 business days to get it? I've never figured that one out. But anywho, it's just an irritation that most of us have felt. Now I did plan on doing a complete unboxing of this laptop, but there really isn't enough for a full video. You get a box, the laptop, your power brick, and a smidgen of useless paperwork. Now the box does open kinda cool. The origami involved in making of the box does just so happen to give me that ooh shiny moment, but it does not constitute a full video on a box. So what else is there? Ooh, we have stickers. Just kidding, someone might like them. I'm just not a sticker type of guy. Okay, what else do we have here? We have Republic of Gamers Elite Rewards. Don't need that. Dish Network. Don't need that. Safety precautions. Don't need that. Registering your product for warranty stuff. Don't need that. Well, wait a minute. Okay, I do recommend people do this. You should register your product, especially for warranty-related issues. I'm probably not going to for reasons that will become evident by the end of the review. Okay, moving on. Warranty book. What they do and don't cover. And lastly, directions. Plug it in, charge for 3 hours for first time, open lid, press power button. Seriously? That's it? Manufacturers really need to think of first-time buyers. This laptop has a single-zone backlit keyboard. It has adjustable fans, brightness settings, all adjusted by a combination of function and F keys. You see, I know this, not my first rodeo, but let's say grandma and grandpa purchased this for their grandkid. They really need to put instructions in the box, or at least how to enter BIOS. Now I'm not saying put a novel in here, but rudimentary instructions would be nice, instead of hunting for it online downloading a manual. Sometimes I just don't think they use their heads, like ASRock's Desk Mini comes with a driver DVD. Do you see a DVD drive here? A flash drive would be much more intelligent. But what do I know? Sorry, short rant. Okay, this is the Asus TUF Gaming A15 FA506IV. The IV just means the version of laptop this is. As this version, the CPU is the Ryzen 7 4800H with the Vega 7 graphics on board. For the dedicated GPU, we're working with the RTX 2060 90W with 6GB of DDR6 memory. This laptop, as configured, has 16GB of memory expandable up to 32. It has two M.2 slots running at 4x for storage. This one here has a 500GB M.2 SSD and a 1TB mechanical hard drive. Now if you opt for no mechanical hard drive, it makes room for a 90Wh battery. With the 2.5-inch hard drive bay occupied, you can only get a 48Wh battery. Now for connectivity, you have a Gigabit LAN, Wireless 5, and Bluetooth 5.0. As for the ports, we have two USB-A 3.2 ports, one USB-A 2.0 port on the other side, one USB-C Gen 2 with display and data link, HDMI 2.0B, and a headphone and mic jack. It does measure a little over 14 inches wide by 10 inches deep and weighs approximately 5 pounds. A lot of power in a small package. The hinges are stiff enough not to close under its own weight, but smooth enough to be opened with one hand. The screen or lid does slightly flex a little, but not really enough to worry about. Now screen-wise, the brightness settings are average, with the Panda panel that Asus decided to go with. The screen is 1920 by 1080, 144 Hz IPS matte panel. The colors are kind of washed out with this panel, but they do admit this on their website, so you should know this going in. People editing videos and high-end video production might want to look elsewhere, but making the kind of videos I make, it works just fine, and I'm not as sensitive as some when it comes to gaming on this panel. Yes, I can tell it's kind of washed out and not real vibrant, but it works for me. The metal backing is a nice touch, And yes, the laptop does have a webcam, but it's really nothing to write home about, just like every other laptop. 720p. This is how the laptop looks and sounds.
And this is a webcam and how it sounds. I know, I don't have big ears, I have a small head. Surgery can fix big ears. There isn't much you can do with a shrunken pygmy head.
Doing some kind of underwear deal, I don't know what. Whoa, hey, what are you doing? Hey, stop it! Hey, you're messing up here! Come on! Whoa! Whoa! Stop it!
The keyboard feels good, and the keys have a nice amount of travel, though a little spongy. Yes, you can get the keyboard to flex, but you have to push really hard. Overall, it's built really well. I like the touchpad with the dedicated buttons, and touchpad-wise, it's good for everyday use. Scrolling Facebook, surfing the web, and the click buttons are smooth and quiet. But to be honest, I prefer to use a dedicated mouse, especially while gaming or content creation. The laptop also has bottom-firing speakers that do actually sound pretty good for a laptop. Even has a little bit of bass. So does it perform? Well, here are some benchmarks. And can it run CRYSIS? Yes, it can, and actually extremely well. I know the game's kind of dated, but everybody still asks about it. Performance-wise, this laptop is a beast, especially at a $1,200 price point. Now I named the good, so what about the bad? Well, there are two issues, but both of them are related. Temperature and fan noise. This thing has a tendency to sound like a jet plane taking off. And why is that? It's because the temps get so high. During testing, games like Doom Eternal with the ambient temperature of 23 degrees Celsius, the CPU temperature reaches 95 degrees Celsius. The 4800H has a max temp of 105, and that's just a little bit too hot for my liking and too noisy. And after looking into it a little further, by removing the bottom panel, temps dropped by 8 to 10 degrees Celsius. So more or less, this panel design is choking off airflow from the fans. Now you can see the vents don't sit directly over the two internal fans, and I do understand this. They're trying to pull air over the other components. Perfectly reasonable. But it seems to me there has to be a better solution, like maybe another heat pipe. And yes, either more holes or bigger holes in the bottom panel. Now I've also heard reports that the SSD gets hot with being right next to this heat pipe, but I couldn't recreate this. Mine ran within operating temperature. So can I recommend this to the average gamer or content creator? For the most part, I would say no. Now this is just my experience with the Asus TUF FA506IV, but if you are dead set on getting one, I would recommend a really beefy laptop cooler. And am I going to get a refund? Nope. No, I think I'll keep it. The screen is kind of washed out, but I knew that going in, and Asus could have definitely chosen another panel to use. The bigger issue is the heat. And yes, anyone I know or talk to, if they experience temperature issues like this, I'd advise getting hold of Asus support. But me, that's just not my style. I'm going to fix it. Now can you see why I'm not filling out the warranty card? So what are your thoughts? Have you purchased one of these, or were you thinking about it? And would you like to see how I wound up modding this laptop in the end? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll show you what I did to it in an upcoming video. But I do appreciate you taking the time to watch this review. I've tried peppering in a little humor along the way. Unlike some reviewers, I like to have a little fun and not act all stiff, like I have an open umbrella up my backside. But with that being said, I'll catch you all in the next one. You have a good one.